That's enough of that. No one wants to hear any more rubbish. Not rubbish. Oh God, what's going on here? Get back under there. Hey everyone. Welcome to today's stream, or should I say, let me do this properly. Let me do this so everyone knows and is familiar with the surroundings. Right, let me try again. Hey prospectors! Welcome to today's stream. I'm Matt, the community manager here for Payload Studios, and today we are doing a stream on the Naval Warfare Challenge semi-final. Woo! Yeah, thanks Sharmoni. I don't quite know what's going on. Still in lockdown hair mode. So just gonna let it do its thing. I'm sort of bored of trying to get it to do what I want it to do. So, yeah. How is everyone? Thanks for stopping by. I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone can see me. I hope everyone can hear me. Please let me know if that is not the case. If you'd rather not see me, I don't blame you, and I can put a change to that very quickly. So quick update. We are doing the semi-finals. Well, it's the semi-finals. We've come so far. We've come so far. We've gone literally through. I don't even want to count how many battles we've done for this challenge. I am excited to see what happens though. I'm excited to see. I've just found a bit of sweet corn on my desk. I thought it was a toy. I thought it was like a bit of a thing for my lightsaber, my Lego on my desk. But no, that's just a bit of sweet corn that's on my desk. Brilliant. That's what you get for living with a toddler. Okay, cool. So what have we got today? We've got two semi-finals. We're going to get them both done and out of the way today. It shouldn't take too long because we're doing a best of three. So like we did with the quarterfinals last week, best of three, first to two wins basically, and you're through to the final. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. So we've got the final semi-finalists are as follows. The first battle is going to be between Darkstar 076 and RC3197. So that's the first semi-final. I'm currently, and I'll show you in a second, but I'm currently waiting for Darkstar. I think it's Darkstar. Correct me if I hope I've got the right ones. It's almost half a year. It can't have been 6 months, is it? Did we start this at the start of lockdown? We did, didn't we? Crikey. Yeah, that's a long time. Maybe we don't do one like this again. Just takes too long. Let me double check I have the right entries here. Right, Darkstar. Right, let me. I'm going to show you my screen. I'm going to turn the sound effects on. So here we have. This should be Darkstar because I know we've had some issues with me loading the wrong entries in the past. So this is Darkstar. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please say so. I'm going to double check Darkstar. Yes, this looks like Darkstars. And then they are against RC3197, which is this big Geocorp thing over here. Darkstar, if you're in chat, we've been at it for 4 months. Okay, 4 months, not so bad. Not as bad as 6 months. Not as bad as literally half a year. I'm going to need to put the old hover control block on here just so I can control the height of this. Oops. Let's get our build beam. So it's just, yeah, that's an obscene amount of hover height. We don't need that much. No one needs that much hover height. So basically, I'm going to wait for these bubbles to open, and then we're good to go for the semi-finals. So I hope everyone's excited. Entries closed about July. That's such a long time. Well, maybe it's not that long. No, it's been a while. We've been at this for a few weeks. A good few weeks. Okay, cool. So just a few more things to open on this, and then we can pretty much get underway. Make sure I save it, chat. Remind me to save about 3 months. That's fine then. 3 months is a suitable amount of time. Chat, can you remind me to save this game save, please, so I don't lose it? Any more shield bubbles to open, or repair bubbles? That should be, I think. Okay, a couple more to come. Brilliant. Okay. I'm just going to catch up with chat a little bit. Virtue, how is everyone? Virtue's not well, my chat not... Oh yes, Virtue, your issue with snapshots. I'm going to look into that, because that's weird that that's happened. Weirdly, you're the only one that it's happened to. I don't think we've had anyone else report issues with their snapshots after the latest update, but I'm happy to be proven wrong on that. Cool. Right, here we go. So, come on, Darkstar. So let's get your predictions in chat. Who's gonna win out of these two? Bearing in mind it's a best of three round. Virtuous says, I will have you know I am very good at breaking games. That's why I'm not panicking. Okay, good. I hate them both. Sebi, man, come on, be a bit more positive. These are lovingly crafted, hours and hours of manpower and thought and design went into these ships. These are impressive. Right, I think that's it. Unless I'm missing something, that should be it. I'm hearing more open. RC, so this was RC's. RC is just so big, there's just so much going on, so much health on those blocks, that could be the deciding factor. However, we've seen with Darkstars, when they get these cannons off, oh, it's devastating. If they get a direct hit with these cannons, it's absolutely devastating. They shred through armor, they shred through blocks, and all they need is just that lucky hit, that critical hit on the cab, to do it. Right, I think that's going to do it. So let's save this. I'm going to save this as RC versus... Who are they against Darkstar? Cool. Right, let's save that. And then... Okay, right, so instead of just saving that, I'm actually going to do this. Oopsie. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go... Don't need the Fatui. Don't need the charging stations. Let's just hit save on that again. Yes, let's save that. Let's overwrite that. Beautiful. Right. So here we go. Let's just take another look at the entrance. So this is RC. A raft-looking thing with a lot of firepower. And over here is Darkstars, which would be... I don't know how you define this. What would you call this? This is like a ship. Like a raft, I suppose. Like a little dinghy that's, again, filled with firepower. Right, so... I think we're good to go. So let's get cracking. So I'm going to get everything ready, which we can now do. So I'm now neutral. Here we go. So this is the first fight of the first semi-finals of the Naval Warfare Challenge. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So keep an eye on these cannons on Darkstars. I really want to see how much damage they can do. Now, they seem to be skirting underneath slightly, so they may not be able to get as much damage off as they've once been able to. Look at that mobility, though. The mobility being able to... That is so handy. Because it means... The payoff with the cannons is if you're able to get... if you're able to get the hits off, you just do so much. Look at that. Look at those explosions. Look at all these blocks flying off of RCs. So in order to get the best out of them, you need to be mobile. You need to be able to turn. You need to get those to engage those cannons, which it looks like that is exactly what Darkstar's been able to do. Now they are both absolutely entangled here. This is great stuff. So I feel like Darkstar has got that good balance of the mobility with the damage, but also look at how much shield they has. And again, we've talked about shield spam a lot. Look at that, how much damage they're doing. They're just chunking away. We've talked about shield spam a lot and how it can be detrimental. If you have too many shields over your tech, it's inefficient and you end up draining your batteries quicker with more spread out shields. However, that doesn't seem to have applied to Darkstar, who is just spinning. Okay, wow. So RC shields are down. So this could be the end of RC already. This has just been relentless action. I'm loving this so much. This is incredible. RC shields are down, so Darkstar is just gonna pummel them. RC not doing well out of this. Darkstar, not really a scratch on them, to be fair. I mean, they took a few beatings at the start, but this is crazy. RC is... Look at how mobile they are. Just block after block. There you go. RC is down, and Darkstar takes this one. I'd be interested to know if anyone's actually seen Darkstar's ship, or if Darkstar's even in chat, or if Darkstar sees this. There has to be some hoverbug shenanigans going on with this. There has to be, because that's just too mobile. That shouldn't be able to spin as quickly as it is. That's craziness. Right, so the first battle goes to Darkstar. congrats Darkstar. I'm not sure what more IC can do really with this in order to... Virtue says, Darkstar won this decisively. Decisively is in all caps. There was no Mark IIIs behind the raft. Darkstar casually sat in the back and pummeled it to death. Exactly. Maybe we'll see a different outcome from the next battle. Maybe I'll position them slightly differently, but interesting fight. Interesting fight. Okay, Darkstar is in chat. Okay, cool. Darkstar, tell us a bit about your raft. I'm genuinely intrigued to know. I'm actually gonna. I forgot to get rid of that. Not that it would have made much of a difference, but I'll get rid of the that thing up there. Cool. Right. So here we go then. The next fight of the semi-final is up now. So let's switch over. I'm gonna hit myself to neutral. Here we go. Right. So let's get in a better position. There we go. Don't need that for Tui. Thank you very much. We're going to go neutral here, we're going to go neutral here. I'm going to go enemy here first. Enemy here first, thank you. And enemy here next. And here we go. So the next fight of this round, of this semi-final bout. And again, similar situation. I feel, if anything, Darkstar's has come off better than they did last time. The cannons are just doing so much damage. But they're obviously then mixing that in with the missiles as well. Those sort of homing missiles that are able to sort of do consistent, sustained damage. Again, Darkstar whipping it round. Just similar tactic to last time, just finding that spot and just absolutely pummeling it. Now they are in range of those plasma. Remind me, what are those called? The bits at the front. So Darkstar's going to try and get rid of those as quickly as they can because they're just going to do so much damage, and they are locking onto the shields of Darkstar. Are they plasma cutters? Darkstar. It's the biggest tech I've ever built. I have great respect for people that can easily build large techs that have beautiful lines and styles. Yeah, it's. I mean, I didn't even bother trying. If I'm honest, as long as it functions and it's somewhat campaign viable. That's what I'm worried about. If it can harvest stuff and hold stuff and not die, that's all I really look for in my techs. Beautiful. Okay, right. So let's just get a damage report. So Darkstar again, seemingly unscathed. RC, that front is not looking good. However, they've now positioned themselves so that the back of the ship is what Darkstar can target now. So Darkstar, unless Darkstar are able to get around this front side and start getting these. Okay, so RC shields are down. Darkstar just absolutely pummeling them, just not giving them a moment to breathe. This probably is going to spell the end of RC. So RC's journey may have come to an end in this competition, but a valiant effort will put you in a bronze place playoff next week. Look at all this. I mean, again, they're still sticking in there. I can't see how much more they're going to be able to do. Darkstar is just so much damage. Look at all these explosions. So much damage, but also so maneuverable. You can just get around these ships. There we go. Okay, so RC is down. That means Darkstar, you are through. Darkstar, you're a grand finalist. Congratulations! Woohoo! Do a little dance. You are Darkstar. You have made one of the. We can definitively say you are the top 2 naval warfare ship builders. And look, I mean the batteries aren't even close. Well, okay, so halfway through your battery, so you still had a lot of fight left in you in this little ship. As I was saying, you are now officially you are at least first or second place in building naval warfare ships. That's huge, man. That's really cool. Right, so that's done. So the first semi-final out the way. I love it. Are they in a multiplayer game? Yes, exactly. So that's exactly what happened in Minecraft Scientist. They say, are they in a multiplayer game and controlling those techs? We load it in a co-op creative game so that we can load all the blocks in, and then we let the AI do the fighting. That's just the way we've had to do it. Yeah. Right. let's load the next one in. So the next up is going to be General Douglas versus Username. We might... So the problems with doing a player-controlled thing like that is it's just, logistically it's such a nightmare to get everyone to be together at the same time. I'm sure you can imagine that's just going to be a bit of a pain. So maybe we can look at it. Maybe we can say, you know, if we can get everyone that wants to take part at the same time, just doing it this way just sort of eliminates that logistical nightmare, I suppose. Right, so everything should be loaded up. So let me just remind myself, because again, I do tend to get this wrong. It's username versus dark star. Actually, no, I know. So this is username. I'm currently controlling usernames, and over here is not dark star. This is General Douglas. So username versus General Douglas. Username will settle down, so let's just let that do that. Here we go. So this is the second semi-final of the Naval Warfare Challenge. I'm going to set you to neutral. I'm going to set you to neutral. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. And they are off! So if General Douglas likes to use the anti-grav weapons, they've used them to great effects in previous rounds. To sort of throw off their opposition. Username has just gone all out on their just efficiency. The best way I could describe it is they've got very good, and you can see not that many healing bubbles really. But look at where the repair bubbles are all spaced out. Not many blocks are covered by more than one shield bubble, which is a really important factor to take into consideration. So, hopefully someone can do some fighting, and then we can have some action. I hope we don't have just an endless loop of Circle of Death. Looks like username's going to position themselves around. General is despawned, so let's get them back in. Come on. There we go. Right, let's try again. So username just sort of skirting around, sort of testing each other out there, seeing who's eyeing each other up. Not the most interesting of engagements so far, if we're being honest. But we know, we're used to these things by now, surely. Are we going to do anything? Or are you going to make me look a fool? Okay, so it looks like General's spinning around. And username, okay, here we go. We're going to get some action now, guys. Finally. Boom. So username gets the first hits in of that exchange. Now General, again, General has got some cannons on there, I believe. So if General can get a few lucky shots in, or not lucky, skilled shots in, that could be the game changer. But it's all reliant on getting their shots on. Now username seems to have lost some maneuverability there. They're just careening backwards. I can't see much of what's going on just because there's too much action and my frame rate doesn't like it. But there's lots of explosions. I can confirm I'm seeing a lot of explosions. A lot of batteries are falling off. Username is just floating. I feel like they've lost most drive. But this is what I was saying about the General Douglas using the 0-point weapons. It just throws the opponent. If they get a direct hit with those weapons, it throws them off. And you can see the sort of the effect of that. Now, username kind of limping along. I'll give them a 10 count. I'll say a 10 count. I'll give them a moment. But if they can't get themselves back to where they need to be, I'm gonna have to call it, or at least I'll take General Douglas over to where he is if they don't despawn, and we can finish this fight. But I've got a strong suspicion. Right, so General's just gonna. Okay, there we go. Right, it looks like General's gonna head over that way. Username has despawned, but that's not the end of the world because General's heading over that way anyway. I might need to take over the control of General Douglas's ship just so we can get them, because you can see username's just careening off aimlessly. Right, I'm going to do that because otherwise we could be here a while. Let's jump into this. Here we go, right. Let's get you lined up again. Username had a very bad shielding at the rear. No armor or normal hull blocks, just a few megaton cannon shots. Was able to take out the back end. They're not having a good time, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to set myself to team 1. And I'm just going to take it out because I think we can all agree there's... Username's probably not going to put up much of a challenge. Let's pump the brakes on those throttle. There you go. Right. Other way. Spin around the other way. There we go. Right. There we go. So there we go. Right. Just putting it out of its misery. Boom. Right. So, General Douglas wins the first battle. Woo! Well played. Right. I forgot to save. Oh. I mean, they were limping along, but that was definitely the end of the battle, right? There was no way that the username could have come back from that. It's not dead. It was dead. We were doing it a favour by... oh, go away. Right, let's try this one again. So, next up is going to be General Douglas versus username round Battle 2. This will decide who goes into the final, I suppose. No, well, not... If Matt, you didn't finish the fight, I'm very disappointed. I'm very sorry to disappoint everyone. Darwin, you're picking your moments to come in to join the chat, my guy. It's just a flesh wound. Yeah, I appreciate your optimism for username there, Sharmoni, but I think that was pretty much GG. Right, so what we doing? Here we go. Let's get you to settle down. I'm going to jump in here. Here we go. So we don't need a Fatui. We don't need you or you or you. Here we go. So I'm going to set myself to neutral. So this is the second fight of the Naval Warfare Challenge. Sorry, second fight of the second semi-final of the Naval Warfare Challenge, and they're off. Again, lots of explosions, as to be expected. Let's sort this hair out. So, there you have it. First round of explosions. Any more for any more? Any more want any more action? We're just gonna have another. Another little dance. Here we go, right. You gonna go back in? Ooh, big explosions. Oh, wow! That was a lot quicker than I was expecting. Well, there you have it. General Douglas takes the semis. That was a bit of an anticlimax for what I thought was going to be a pretty epic semi-final. But no, General just gets those shots in with the cannons. You see all these cannons down the side? They are ruthless, absolutely ruthless. They ripped through through usernames, shields, and defenses, and just, I mean, I guess maybe a battery exploded next to the cab, which caused it to just absolutely capitulate. Word of the day there, capitulate. You're welcome, everyone. If you can use that in the right context, you get my thumbs up. So there you have it. There we have. General Douglas is going to be facing Darkstar in the grand final. I'm going to bring up the current standings just so we can all see. What the situation is, but yeah, there we go. Darkstar versus General Douglas. What is going on with my hair? Can I put a hat on? I haven't got any hats. I want in the car. Actually, I'm going to be right back, guys. One sec. I bought a selection of hats. There's my wife's summer hat. Too small. What do you think? I mean, it covers the hair up. I don't know if it's much of an improvement. I have my daughter's cycling helmet. And put the headphones on underneath. Too much? Too much. Don't like it. Or finally, there's just a flat cap. Well, it's not just a flat cap. It's the bubblegum shrimp flat cap. I'm going to let chat vote. What hat shall I wear for the rest of the stream, chat? We had sun hat, we had daughter's cycling helmet, or we have the bubblegum shrimp hat. Here we go, right, so let's bring up the current standings. That's what I was doing before I got sidetracked by hats. I'm going to bring up this. So here we go. You can see this. This is just, I'm in Photoshop. Actually, I'm going to open this up a little bit. Just so you can see I'm just in Photoshop. Yeah, that's better. Cool, right, so we have in the quarterfinals, or sorry, in the semi-finals we had Darkstar versus RC. So Darkstar, you are through to the grand final. Woo! I'm going to just spin that around a little bit. And then General, you are also through. So let's get you there. Oh, there we go. So that's what the final's going to look like. Darkstar versus General Douglas. Oh, I don't like it. I'll figure that out. But that's what the final's going to look like. Darkstar versus General Douglas. Woo! Here we go, right. So I'm going to go back to close-up. That's what it looks like. Back to my close-up. How do I look? Beautiful. Right. So there you have it, guys. We're going to call it a day there, I think. That's stable. I have nothing else planned for today's stream. That was it. It was just to get the semi-finals, and they're done. A lot quicker than I was expecting, but they are done. So before I go, does anyone have any questions? Any updates? I mean, I can give you some minor updates, I suppose. So obviously we released the latest stable release was sent out. The latest update was sent out last Monday. We released it. Your snapshot issue, yeah. So I will converse with you on Steam about that virtue, if possible. No point in talking about it on stream. Hold the quarterfinals now. The grand final. It would take too much setting up. I need to let everything get set up. Will TerraTech add blood and text this year? Add blood to text? Probably not. Oh, TerraTech add blood to text. I don't think so. We can't add blood because it would change our rating. If you add gore or anything like that, you've got to change your arc, your game rating. So no, probably not, Rafs, unfortunately. Yeah, so we'll do the grand final next week. The grand final. And it's all come down to this. Pretty excited. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. Oh no, wait, I did have some updates. I was in the middle of updates. So the latest stable release came out. So that's 2 new missions, and obviously now the payload terminal is also in the game, so you can go and access. You can play that. Enjoy the 2 new missions. I want to know how hard you think the missions are. Are they too hard? Are they not hard enough? I think they're a good balance. I had some problems with them, which is probably a good thing. I found them a bit very difficult, but in a good way, in a challenging way. So yeah, let us know your thoughts on that. Now that that's out, we'll probably do a player survey, so keep your eyes peeled for the next player survey, because we need to know your exact thoughts on what you thought about those games, or those missions, or that new content that's come out. Arena challenge is wicked hard. Sharmoni, let me know what did you the 0 point weapons too much? I found they were too much. I couldn't get. Maybe it was just the tech I was using. I just wasn't maneuverable. But yeah. So that's going to end. The stream's going to end now, Sebi. Not much more to do. That was literally just to do the semi-finals. I thought the semi-finals would last a little bit longer than that. I'll be honest. But yeah, we're gonna close the stream off now. Cool. So stable update's gone out. We'll have a player survey for you guys to complete. So we'll keep your eyes peeled for that. Then also the console update. So we're still waiting. We're still working with PlayStation and Switch to get the next console updates out. Again, I'm sure you guys are sick of me repeating myself, because I'm sure as heck bored of saying the same things over and over again. But we're still waiting for the final certification from those on from PlayStation and Switch. For those updates to be released, but that's literally the only thing holding it up. Once that's done, we can release the Kraken. Cool. All right, guys. Well, in that case, I'm gonna leave it there. Have a good week, guys. We'll see you next week for the grand final of the Naval Warfare Challenge. See you later, guys. Bye.